Hi guys, don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Ayan, hi guys, good day everyone. I'm Raging DJ and I'm here to give some 3 raging tips for the beginners who wanted to invest in the stock market, specifically in the Philippine Stock Exchange. So let's go guys. No disclaimer guys, all information or general advices, tips, and strategies. I am not affiliated and I don't recommend any company. So let's go. So the first advice that I will be giving you is you need to diversify your portfolio. Again, you need to diversify your portfolio. So paano natin gagawin yan guys? So as you can see, there are 3 baskets in front of you. Okay? So bawat basket na yan, may lalagyan tayo na investment. So if you want to invest in stock market, I advise you to have at least 2 investment brokerage. Okay? So the first one, the first basket, pwede mo lagay dyan lahat ng mga investment or stocks na gusto mo i-trade everyday or daily trading or tinatawag nilang day trading. On the other hand, your second basket, you need to have a long-term investment basket, especially if you want to get investment dividends or you want to invest on rates that gives quarterly dividends. So you need to have at least 2 baskets. And another basket, guys, if you want to have extra fund, you could invest in investment or mutual funds or other investment. So again, you need to open at least 2 baskets, one for day trading and another for long-term investing. Okay? So as you can see in this image, there's a balance between the amount of money you have as well as the amount of your investments. So I would like to emphasize that you only invest all your extra funds. Okay? Yung extra na pera mo na handa kang mawala. Meaning, you need to expect the volatility of the stock market. There are days that you will become negative. There are days you will gain big. So you must be ready for that. You must not invest all your money, okay? Because in worst case, because of the volatility of the stock market, when it went down, down, and down, you might lose all your money, okay? So you need always to determine that balance and you need to know yourself whether you're a high-risk trader, a low-risk trader, or a conservative trader. So in this concept, guys, as you can see, I would like to introduce to you the concept of compounding investment. Okay? Ano nga ba yung compounding investment? So, simpleng-simple lang guys. So, imagine, tingnan niyo yung image sa kaliwa, yung pinaka-konting laman na coin. So, initially, kunyari, yung unang basket mong yan, nag-invest ka ng 10,000 for long-term investment. Then, for 1 year, kumita siya ng 10,000. So, yung 10,000 mo, kumita ng 10,000, that's around 20,000 pesos in 1 year. So, ang gagawin mo niyan, in the following year, yung kinita mo plus yung principal amount mo, you will reinvest it again for another 1 year. Okay, so kinompound mo siya. So again, yung unang perang pinalabas mo is 10,000 lang, kumita ng 10,000 pesos, so naging 20,000 na siya. So ang 20,000 mo, i-reinvest mo siya for another year. So nasa pangalawang ano na tayo dito, pangalawang class na. So again, so 20,000, you reinvest it for 1 year, another year. So yung 20,000 mo, hypothetically, example lang guys, kumita na naman ng 100%, naging 40,000 pesos. Okay? So yung 40,000 mo ngayon, you reinvest mo again for another 1 year. Hypothetical na naman, example lang, para madali maintindihan. Kung kumita na naman siyang 100%, yung 40,000 pesos mo magiging 80,000. So ganyan yung kinaganda ng compounding investment guys. Okay? Yung kinita mo, re-reinvest mo. Nang re-reinvest mo, so you have bigger gains. Okay? Compared mo yan guys pag hindi mo ginawa yung compounding investment. Example, nag-invest ka sa pinakaunang basket mo ng 10,000. So, kumita siya ng 10,000 after 1 year. Sinabi mo, since kumita na ako ng 10,000, bibili na ako ng magagandang sapatos na pangarap ko. So, ginastos mo na yung kinita mo 10,000 and you just reinvested another 10,000 for another year. So, kumita ka na naman ng 10,000 doon. So, ginastos mo naman, bibili akong bagong cellphone eh. So, yung kita mo, ginastos mo na naman. So, you will just reinvest another 10,000 na naman for another year. Tapos, kumita na naman 10,000. So, yung kinita mo ngayon dito sa pangalawa na 10,000, ginastos mo, reinvest mo na naman siya for your third year. Kikita na naman siya ng 10,000. So, nakita mo yung total na kinita mo lang is just 30,000. Okay? Kasi every time na kumikita ka, ginagastos mo. Unlike in compounding, yung kinita mo, nire-reinvest mo. Okay? So, compare natin. Pag nag-compound ka, yung first 10,000 na investment mo, on the third year, magiging 80,000 pesos. Presuming na every year kumikita siya ng 100%. Example lang para madali maintindihan. On the other hand, pag hindi ka nag-compound, yung 10,000 mo, kumikita ng 10,000 lang every year. So kung 3 years on, that's 30,000 pesos lang. Okay? So in compounding, you will earn around 70,000 pesos for 3 years. In non-compounding, you will earn only 30,000 pesos in 3 years. So you need to maximize and know this compounding, guys. Okay? It would really boost your income and your investment. So in the stock market, paano natin magagawa yung diversification ng portfolio? So we already have several online platform brokerage here. So advice, I'm using the BDO Securities. I also advise using the First Metrosec of Metrobank as well as BPI Trade. Okay? So ang sinasabi ko lang, you need to have at least 2 brokerage. Pwede mong gamitin, example, si BDO Securities for day trading. Every day, binubuksan mo siya at around 9:30 up to 1 p.m. magti-trade ka. You buy and sell. You must also have another investment portfolio in First Metrosec. Ayun naman yung for long-term plan mo. Ibig sabihin, bibili ka na isang stock, tapos iiwanan mo lang siya doon, di mo siya gagalawin hanggang, kunyari, 1 year yung time frame mo, 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years. So, ayun yung sinasabi kong diversification. You need to have several baskets generally of your investment. Yung third basket nga, sinabi ko kanina, if you could invest in real estate, mutual funds, insurance, or other investment you want. But in the stock market, I advise you to have at least 2 investment brokerage firm or platform online. The second tip that I will be giving you guys, especially for the newbies, is to know the fundamentals. So in the stock market, paano natin malalaman yan? In the field of the stock market, there are only 2 analysis that we are using in studying the stocks. We have what we call the fundamental analysis and we have what we call the technical analysis. Ang fundamental analysis, guys, simple lang. Alam mo ano yung kumpanya, example, Ayala. Kilala mo yung Ayala, kilala mo yung mga properties nila, investments nila, kung ano yung mga pag-aari nila, kung ano yung mga balita sa kanila, as well as you know the news, okay, the local news, the world news, the world economy, as well as the stocks of other major economies, especially USA. Okay, if you know all those things, you must need to be updated every day. You have a full grasp of the fundamental analysis already. Plus factor dito, guys, is you must also wait for their quarterly earnings, their yearly financial reports, whether the company is earning in a positive rate or a negative rate. You must also factor all those individual variables. So, that's the fundamental analysis. So simple lang yan, guys. So you must be updated to the news about the company, our country, the Philippines, as well as the world economy. That's fundamental analysis. For the technical analysis naman, there are certain charts in the stock market. Makakita ka dyan yung mga candlesticks, candle bars. It goes up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay? There are certain moving averages, indicators, oscillators, as well as charting techniques na malalaman natin dyan. You could learn them by reading books or in YouTube. There are many tutorials on how to analyze those charts. So the best way in order to do day trading is to combine both fundamental analysis and technical analysis. But for me, I utilize more of a fundamental analysis, especially I'm more of a mid to long-term investor. But again, if you have more time, if you wanna be fully invested in the stock market, you need to study both of this fundamental and technical analysis. So the last and the third tip that I will be giving you is the concept of support and resistance. So this would be the simplest technical analysis that every stock market investor must know. Okay? So in the stock market, we have what we call the support and we have what we call the resistance. Ano nga ba yun, guys? So simple lang. Remember this tenet, you buy on support and sell on resistance. So nakikita nyo, guys, yung graph, okay, sa harap nyo. So you can see there's resistance, there's support. Okay, so you can see in the graph sa harap ninyo, meron tayong tinatawag na support and resistance. Ibig sabihin ng resistance, ito yung price na pag inabot na niya ng stock yung price na yun, magre-reverse yung movement niya downward. Okay, from an upward trend, magiging downward. Ibig sabihin, malakas yung resistance na yun. Madami nagbenta na dito sa point na yun, such that the stock will go downward again. Okay, pag bumaba na siya, it would go back to its previous support or it would go back to a new support. Pag nasa support na siya, you need to buy on that support again. And after buying that support again, it went upward. Okay? Then hit another resistance, you sell. Then in that resistance you sell, it goes downward, and you wait for another support, you buy on that support, and again you buy on that support and went upward, and it met another resistance, you sell. Okay, nakikita nyo guys yung simpleng concept nitong support and resistance. You buy low and you sell high. Again, you buy low, you sell high, you buy low and sell high. So every time you buy low and sell high, you earn profit. Okay? Then again, yung kinita mo, babay ka ulit sa low and mag-sell high ka ulit. You're just like compounding in a quick way. Okay? You could do this on day trading. You can adjust the time frame of charts either in minute time frame, 15 minute, 1 hour. So apply natin guys. So example, this would be a chart of a certain stock. As you can see dito, naka-highlight na blue. Okay, these are so considered to be support. Paano natin nasabi na support time? There's no hard and fast rule where you will place the support or the resistance of a certain stock. Okay, is how you interpret the chart. Kung kinonsider natin na support to, as you can see, meron siyang movement from 1.5, yung napakataas niya. It went down in a downward trend until it hit this first support at 1.47. I consider it a support because it consolidated until it reversed an upward motion here. The big green stick here, as you can see, and went upward until it met another resistance. Okay? Yung resistance na yun guys, nagbenta ka doon, then because I consider that as a strong resistance because after hitting that, it went downward. Okay, kita nyo, powerful yung downward trend niya. Okay? And as it go downward, again, it goes back to the previous support here. So again, sinabi kanina, you buy on support. So bumili ka ulit dito. So pagkabili mo dito sa support na to, umakyat siya ulit. Okay? So it goes upward. It met another resistance. You sell on that resistance and you wait for it to go downward until it goes back to the support and you buy on that support. So simpleng rule lang guys. You buy on support and sell on resistance. However, there are certain exceptions in that rule. Again, the buy on support and sell on resistance are not hard and fast rule. Okay? They're the general rule, but they're not applicable in all cases and in all situations. You need to be experienced. You need to apply it daily in order to see and know on how you will apply it. So as you can see in this chart, okay, same lang no kanina, meron siyang support at around 1.47. So it went upward on this last na po generally, yung sa pangalawang test ng support niya, it went upward and then it went downward. On the third time, as it tried to test the support, nabutas na yung support, okay? So pagkabutas niya, bumagsak siya, okay? So this would be the second rule. If a certain stock na po generally tries to test the support and it breaks the support, pag na-break na yung support, it breaks it downward, you need to sell the stock, okay? When na-break na, you need to sell at this point, okay? Because it would find another support at the lower portion, okay? So you wait for that new support and you try to know whether it establishes that support and you need to buy already on that point. Pagkabili mo na, nakita mo, it went upward, okay? Another important point is that the previous support would now be considered the new resistance. So yung nakakuha siya ng new support here sa pinakailalim, and it went upward, it would now try to test the previous support, which is now the resistance. Okay, nakita niyo nabasag niya yung previous support na resistance na. Pagkabasag na yun, napakalakas ng upward movement niya. It went up, up, and up. So again, two rules. Number one, you buy on support and sell on resistance. Number two, if the stock is testing the support and it breaks that support downward, you need to sell. On the other hand, if the stock is testing the resistance and it breaks that resistance, you need to buy. You may buy or you may opt to buy because it breaks the resistance. So those are two rules that you could apply in the technical analysis by using the support and the resistance. So thank you guys for listening. Hi guys, don't forget to click on the subscribe button.